Like the channel, subscribe, and share for that education, information, and knowledge you need in your quest to that asset acquisition and the way to diagnose, quickly snip out, and discard scam artists, con men, and shysters. And you haven't met old Vincenzo, sort of a prophet-like individual in the cryptocurrency as an XRP crypto insider for more than 13.5 to 13.69 years. He led you with his easy to understand, super simple steps to sidestep and audible this market, this manipulated market, I might add. And we laid out the reasons here, and we laid them out here when we were in the hysteria, the Elon Musk, the Jeff Bezos, the momentum, the quantitative easing, everyone's going to get rich mentality, and all these shysters in the XRP community that shill you and sell you a bag of goods bought and paid for, charlatans and YouTube influencers. They all told you by now the price was supposed to be well in excess of $10, and in some capitulation, orgasmic blow off, impulse, as my man, people that know this, he calls it the impulse move, and his impulse move was supposed to be up here between $6 and $20 by now, right in the middle of the impulse. But I'm going to tell you one thing: this shyster that was spilling you, and he's got a $4,300 class with the impulse move, KYT investing, or whatever that hippie looking guy is, big shyster. I'll put his picture on the screen right now. It impulse moved down, buddy. It was called "You Got Fleeced, Heisted, and Shysted," because he was nothing more than a paid promoter and a shill to try to get momentum into the XRP community, to try to take advantage of the people that actually believe in the community, in the coin, and in its infrastructure, and in its use case that they so deeply think that there is. But that guy was just using all that built in deep desire for the coin, and he shysted these people. And that's what I'm here to tell you, that this coin was coming down and coming down big, based on the way the coin is, based on the setup and the use case and the system and the overall process of releasing coins and how many there are and what that does. The price has to go down, and the price will continue to go down, and you're going to continue to be fleece heisted and shysted to a very extreme degree, as you are already down if you've been following that shyster at current price, 87% from the top, right? Thinking that this coin was going to moonshot, and the only time you ever bought coins is when it bull marketed, right? And but what's going to happen here as we look into the coins is right over here.
Mr. Hanna, you're able to do drugs during the day and still function, still do your job?
Well, how the fuck else would you do this job? Cocaine and hookers, my friend.
Right. I gotta say, I'm incredibly excited to be a part of your firm. I mean, the clients you have are absolutely...
Fuck the clients. Your only responsibility is to put meat on the table. You got a girlfriend?
I'm married. I have a wife. Her name's Teresa. She cuts hair.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Think about Teresa. Name of the game: move the money from your client's pocket into your pocket.
Right. But if you can make a client's money at the same time, it's advantageous to everyone, correct?
No.
Exactly not. And exactly what he described there is what all these influencers, the Logan Pauls, the Mr. Wonderful Kevin O'Leary's, the Cryptos, the Carl from the Moons, and the rest of these shysters, that's what they do. They move the money from your pocket into their pocket and walk away with all the fucking money, because they don't really care where these coins go. Their classes that they're selling you, investment courses, real estate, even the Garth Salaways, that gives you great information. And he's got one of the more educational and actually tells you some stuff that actually can help you. He charges $3,000, $8,000, $10,000 for these classes, and I'm sorry to tell you, they're all shysters. Any of these classes are junk. They're shystervilles, and if they were as good of a trader and a macro and a micro and a future trader and investor and swing trader, an institutional trader, a long-term investing, and whatever other kind of bullshit they're trying to sell you as how they make their money, if they were really that good, they would be giving you this education. If they were going to charge, it'd be a very cheap, just enough to cover the cost and give them a little bit extra. Say these classes that they give for $10,000, they'd be selling for $250, $100. just enough to cover the costs and to pay the people that they have to pay that edit, that market, and that do whatever, right? Just to pay the bills because they were making so much money doing what they do, and they were just in there, like they say, to try to educate and help the retail trader to understand what to look for to help them make money, right? But that's not what they're doing. They're just fake billionaire traders. They're fake real estate gurus. They're fake stock technical analysis traders and systems and whatever, and they're just using it as a facade and a deceit and a trick and a fugazi to get you to believe that there's something that they're not, to buy a course that they're selling, to keep the lifestyle that they're portraying rolling along as long as they can until whatever thing they're shilling runs out its course and the momentum dies out and they're shown to be shysters and frauds. But by that time, they've walked away with tens of millions of dollars and in some cases, hundreds of millions of dollars. And that's what I'm here to protect you from. And you can see if we break down in the symmetrical triangle, it's a continuation pattern. We've been in an XRP since the great dump back in July and June of 2021 that really started to show all the things and all the fraud and all the shysters and all the money and all the malinvestment and all the dead companies that were just there by bought and paid for advertisers and shills, right? And then it all came unglued, and now we're in this long sideways consolidation that's leading the shysters and the shills that are left that haven't been exposed bad enough to be virtually just not watched anymore, and they have to go into hiding and change their channels and start selling you tanning lotions for UV rays and supplements and whatever else they're going to move into. But this has been a long consolidation, enough time to keep these shysters in there. But this will eventually break down, and they will eventually be exposed once again in the XRP price.
Number one rule of Wall Street: nobody, I don't care if you're Warren Buffett or if you're Jimmy Buffett, nobody knows if the stock is going to go up, down, sideways, or in fucking circles. Least of all stockbrokers. Right? It's all a fugazi. You know what a fugazi is?
Fugazi. It's fake.
Yeah, fugazi. It's a wazi, it's a woozy, it's a fairy dust. It doesn't exist. It's never landed. It is no matter. It's not on the elemental chart. It's not fucking real.
Right.
And that's exactly what goes on with a lot of these coins, the shyster coins, the XRPs, and the rest of it's most of it's Fugazi. And the people, oops, I didn't mean to do that. And the people that promote these courses in real estate classes, it's all a Fugazi, it's a Fugazi, it's a fake, it's a fraud, it's a shysterville, and it's just an image that they're portraying to get you to want what they have, to buy these courses that are going to magically make you rich. And that's what it's not about. It's about asset acquisition and understanding how to do that. And the only way to do that is to get real education, real knowledge, real information based on real sources and understanding how the money works, how you have to play the system because the system is rigged, and the rigged system is made by the governments that each individual country and government that you live in, whether it's the US, Canada, Mexico, Europe, Italy, Australia, Germany, South America, wherever you're at, Brazil, whatever local laws that they have based on the governments and uh, the leaders in country types they have, whether it be communist, socialist, capitalist, free market, whatever. The rigged system in the United States is made by the tax laws and the individual laws based on what you can do, where you can do it, and how you can do it. And you have to understand the laws and the systems that you're in, like the United States. What's tax deferment? How do you get tax breaks? What's the way to pay the lowest taxes based on income versus uh, debt-based income, right? What's the difference between that and the tax implications on that? That's what you have to know because the system is rigged. But if you know the rigged system, you can play within the bounds of the law and the rules to your advantage if you understand how to make and bend the legally made rigged rules into your favor, right? If you don't know it's rigged, you get fucked. You get shysted. The longer you work, the harder you work, the less you have, and the poorer you feel and are. But if you understand the rigged system, you can play within the grounds of the rules of the rigged system and use that rigged system to your advantage to acquire assets and to prosper and to gain wealth. And if this price breaks down in the XRP symmetrical triangle, you have a bottom end potential of all the way down here at 15 cents on a quote unquote impulse move to the downside, right? And if you break to the upside, you could have a fairy dust fugazi pump to 50 cents, right? And then you would get harshly rejected.
All right. Stay with me.
Mm-hmm.
We don't create shit. We don't build anything.
No.
So if you got a client who bought stock at 8 and it now sits at 16 and he's all fucking happy, he wants to cash in, liquidate, take his fucking money and run home, you don't let him do that
Okay.
because that would make it real.
Right.
No, what do? You get another brilliant idea, a special idea, another situation, another stock to reinvest his earnings and then some. And he will every single time because they're fucking addicted. And then you just keep doing this again and again and again. Meanwhile, he thinks he's getting shit rich, which he is on paper. But you and me, the brokers,
Right.
we're taking home cold hard cash via commission, motherfucker.
Right.
And that's exactly what was going on in the cryptocurrency market when they invented cryptocurrency. And then Dogecoin, Shiba Coin, come rocket, this, that, and everything else, Cummies, and all this other nonsense, Ethereum Classic, Luna Classic, Luna 3.0, Swap, Apes. And then as soon as they got done and sick of that and started being exposed at the end of the hype when the money was starting to die down, they created NFTs. And what were NFTs? Nothing more than a piece of paper online in a digital universe that was and is junk, garbage, and people were paying tens, hundreds of thousands, and millions of dollars for these pictures, these children pictures of apes. And that's exactly what happened. The whole thing was a fugazi. The whole thing was a shyster bill. And what happened to you? You put in your hard-earned fucking money, and you got a picture of an ape coin NFT, a picture of a monkey boy NFT, pieces of paper that look like a child in a cartoon made it at 3 years old. And what they do, what these shysters, Crypto, Kevin O'Leary, Mark Cuban, all these Logan Pauls, the Winklevoss twins, all these shysters pushing Carl from the moon, all these shysters pushing those products. Big Boy Crypto, don't let me forget him, and Raven asshole, Raven Crow, whatever that shyster and Lummox's name was. They walked away with your hard-earned fucking money, getting your Bitcoin, your crypto, your cash, your deposits, your subscriptions, your hard-earned real fucking money, and cash the fuck out while you lost and were left holding a piece of paper, holding the proverbial bag of nothing more than a useless fairy dust fugazi. Peace and love, bell notification.